Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lee and you join me here this morning at Aston Barclay. We're back again. It's the last sale of the year for 2022. We got up nice and early to get into the sale. So without further ado, let's get in there, let's have a look round and try to see what we can buy. Little Mini here on the 07, done about 88,000 miles. Be interesting to see what this does. It's quite a not bad look car, to be honest, quite clean for an old 07 plate, but it's got a few warning lights on the dash on the report, so it's probably not running right. It's got the 1.4 petrol engine in. You find it a lot of Peugeots and the Citroens and stuff, and it's in the Minis as well. Not a great little engine. It suffers a lot of problems with sort of timing chains moving, causes camshaft sensor issues and stuff like that, puts them into limp mode or not running right. So they're quite easy to fix. Only a few £100 to get a timing chain kit for it, and you can usually get them running right again. So it might be cheap because it puts a few people off. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one as it goes through. Look, it could be a cheap car, hopefully. Only one owner car, 1.4 petrol, 106 on it. Vehicle operation, question mark, or exclamation mark. I wonder if the steering's gone funny on it. They do stuff with steering modulars that pack up on these. I've done a couple in over the years. Not a terrible job to fix though. So, I've registered, I've got my catalogue, we're ready to roll. I've been round the auction, had a look and picked a few bits out. Quickly go through what we're looking at today and what we're going to try and buy. We've got a late 09 Blue Focus, big miles on it, very scruffy car. We might be able to do something with that if it's on it, but again, we're not going to pay a lot for it. It's really going to be sort of chicken feed money, to be honest, but we'll have a go if it's cheap. So we've got the Saphira as well, 60 plate. Unfortunately, that is on the register. It's a category N, or we used to call Cat D, so it has been written off in the past with light damage. I'm not too bothered about buying it if it's categorised. It doesn't really phase me buying a categorised car. It's just trying to work out its value to resale. That's where it's a bit tricky, and you have to sort of be careful what you pay for it. That's going to be coming in. It'd be interesting to see if we can try and buy that, because that might put off a few people who've been on the register, you never know. I've also got a Peugeot 3008, 13 plate I think, 1.6 diesel automatic, big miles on it. Again, that might be a cheap old thing. Some people might put off by the mileage, but that sort of thing I can sell to people. I've got loads of people who are after automatics who only want to spend sort of $2-3 grand on one, so that might be something there we could maybe look at purchasing. We've got that Fiesta. My god, that Fiesta with all the stickers on it. What was someone thinking there? But underneath it, actually, it's not a bad car. It's quite clean. I know it's an old car, big miles, it's just an old banger, but you know, it could make a car still. Just wants all them silly stickers taken off it, so it'll be interesting to see what that goes for. There's also a RAV4 in there, new shape RAV4. Be interesting to see what that does. We had one last week, an old shape one that did Brewster's money. I did really silly money, like did over £1 grand I think. So it'll be interesting to see what this late shape one does. There's quite a lot in today, too much to talk about, so I think we just need to get in there, get ourselves set up, and try and see if we can buy some metal, and hopefully we can win a car today. It'd be really nice to finish the year off on a high. We can win something today at the auction. So let's get in there and try and buy some cars. Very scruffy blue focus coming in now. He's going to try and win that.
This is his presence. No reserve. 211, you know what to do next. 211, 50 cents, 250, 250, 300 down, 300, 300, 300, 50s in front, on the pillar, 350 there, 350, 350, 75, 375, 375, 370, 370, selling it all the way, chance of 375, last hit, 370, 370, 379, 4, was in front first, 400, 40, 4, this is 25 next door, 425, 425, 425, 425, yes, no, chance, nice and clear, look what I'm pointing at, 425, 50 next door, 450 here, next door, 450, 450, 450, individual blue, 450, 450 once, twice and done, 450 in. Next one, number 6607, it's a 51,000 warranty miles, Mojo 97, Bill stop for that. 3's there, 3 back, 5 down, 6, 7, 700 pounds, 7 bit, 8, was here, 9 bid, 50, 950,000 in the hole first, 50, 1,050, 11, 1100, 50 outside of the bid, 12, 250, 250 bid, 13 says no, in front out, 30, selling it away, 30 months, 30 going to us and
We've done 50 foul, well that's quite a lot for 1,300 quid.
This one, number 40 on the 6010, this one is a Ross Severa. Category N insurance loss, we are in his group. Again, if you don't know, do not stick your hand up, please. Where do we go? Start on August 23, I say. We go. That's just shy, 1,500 quid, 30 good, 500 quid. 5 down, was in front, 5 down, 6 behind, 7 outside, 7 in, 50, love the video by the way, 8 in, 50, 59, 90, 50, number 50 sold, 1,000, got a good side, 50, 1,050 says no, that one now says 1,050 is in front, 11 was in the beanie, 1,100, right outside, 50 in front, 1150, 1150, 50, 30, 50, outside, 30,
No joy on the Severa, sold for just over 1,400 quid. We were in it for about just under £1,000. I think it was a bit rich at 1,400 quid. Time you got your fees on it, you could be sort of, what would be out, about £1,650 out the door. A little bit too much I think for that with being on the register. I can't really see it sort of more than sort of the £2,000 mark really, to be slightly over with it being on the register, so not one for us, but we'll carry on, we've got plenty more in. I think the auctioneer has recognised the channel because he made a comment during the bidding. The reviewer picked that up on the mic, which is quite funny. Maybe we might get a rollicking in a minute. Not quite sure if we're allowed to film or not, but we'll just carry on anyway until we get told to stop. Right, let's get back in there and see if we can try and win something. Got the blue Fiesta coming in next with all those stickers on. Have a go at that, I think, because actually underneath all those stickers, it's not a bad little car. 05 plate, 106, nice colour. You know, maybe the stickers will put them off. Let's have a look. I doubt it because they're doing silly money today. So we're going to try. Let's get back in there.
Not 71, the 05 is on the 4 is the E-Tech Climate. Having around, chaps. It's got an additional pack on it, chaps. You want to make your way around here, it's got the sticker pack. I don't know if there's any more around the other side, but someone had way too much time on their hands. I wouldn't want to spend time with whoever did that. Where do we go? Around that one Fiesta. You know what? It's the season of giving. No reserve, 2 down with me. You know what to do, take me up to the scrapyard at the moment, 50 I'm out, 250 bid, saving from the scrapyard, 250 bid, 250, 250 bid, 250, 75, 275, 275, 270 bid, 270 bid, 275, Christmas bargain here, chaps, and 270 bid, last bit, 270 bid, 275, once, 300, 300 bid, 300 bid, in the hole, 300 bid once, and twice another bid, 300.
We didn't win the Fiesta. It looked like we bidding on it, but it was actually a trader next to me. We were bidding on it. Actually, when it came in, it was horrible. I had a ding in the wing I didn't see because it was crammed in the block. airbag light was on, it was coming in, the steering was noisy, like it was leaking power steering fluid, or there was no fluid in the rack. So yeah, it was a dog. So left it to it, dodged a bullet in that one. It looked better than it was. So no joy again so far, but we've still got loads left, so hopefully we can try and win something. I'm getting bids in, that's the main thing, but we're just not winning anything. Just we just got to keep all you can do is carry on, but frustration is kicking in now.
Body miles, let's go. Stop away for everyone for that. £300, 50, 310, 40, 41 in the whole 5, 6, 7, £700. So we did on the net, 50, everything in, 9 on the net, 9 in, another bit, small line, another bit, 20 miles in front of Jackson, another bit last week, another selling all the way, once, £900, going twice another bit at £900.
We got no steering. Just a little bit. Top. Oh dear.
We now move on to Kingston's chaps. We've got a better they are in Toyota main dealers. These are genuine retail opportunities. That's right, lot 100 they are 99 IP. Where do we go, chaps? Go away. 600 quid for that. £600 a bit. 600 bit outside. 70s online. 8 in the room, 9 in the room, 1,000, 11, 12. 13 outside, 13, 14 online, 14 mid, 14, 15 in the room, 15, 15 in the hole, 1,500 bucks, and next one here, 108 on, 6313, 388. And we're around that one then, ladies and gentlemen. Where do we go? Stop a bit. Let's go, put a bit. £700 starts, £700, 7 in, £800 online, 9 in the room, in the hole, 1,050, 1,050, 1,000, 1,050, is there 1,050 once? Yes, we're about to get twice as that, but the last jack, 105.
We've had a result. The Peugeot, the 3008, we're provisional. So with the highest bidder, but we're provisional, which basically means it's got to be submitted, which basically means we've got to submit a bid to the vendor and they can make a decision. So we didn't quite meet reserve, but I can't really see it being much more than that, but we'll have to see what they come back with. Hopefully they'll take the bid. If not, they might come back for counter, and we'll see where we go from there. But it's looking good. We've got a bid on it. We've got a winner. We've just got to make sure we get it over the line now. So I'm quite pleased that that comes in at that money, because it didn't look a bad car. It had big miles on it, but 13 plate auto. It was clean on the body. I've got a few people for that, to be honest with you, who'd be interested in that car. Starting to get a bit quiet now. Most of the stuff left is really the big heavy stuff, so the sort of the 20-30 grand cars from sort of the prestige dealers. Not my sort of cars I buy at all, so I think I'm probably going to wrap this up, to be honest. I just have one last sweep of the auction. So it's been a bit of a strange one today. We've got some bids in. We've had a few underbids. But it's been tough, and the prices are still a bit high. But if we get that Peugeot, it'll be well worth it. Right, so let's have one last sweep round, make sure we've not missed anything, and call it a day. And wait for the call.
Next one here, 133. Now this would be a Christmas present and a half. Audi R8 V10 Quattro Plus also. It's got the same engine that the Lamborghini Gallardo. Rapid. Where do we go? 55 minutes an hour, this one. Grade 1. Beautiful looking thing. Let's get it going. Into police shouts, caps of 41,000. Let's go. We'll start a bit. 41,000 starts. Just got to check something going, and then I'll let you know, okay? 41,000 now. V10, 41,000, 41,2, thank you, 41,2, 41,2, 41,2, 41,2, 41,2, 41,4 is there, 41,4 is in the hole, 41,4, 41,6 online, 41,6, 41,6, 41,6, 41,000, 41,8 on there, 41,8, 42,000 in the room, 42 bid in the room, 42 bid, 42,2 on the net, 42,2, V10 at 42,2, it's the best one at 42,4, 42,6, 42,6, 42,000, 42,6, 42,8. 42 eights, 42 eights, 42 now, so into the 42, 42, 42, 47, 47, it's all right. 43,000 pounds in the hole, 43 bid, 43, 42 online. I'll take £100 bid now, chaps. 43 2, 43 2, 43 2, 43 2, 43 2, 43 2. Online it goes, 43 in the last one. Once, 33,000, took about bid going twice as now, 43 and 2. Well, last one, 43 2.
Hi guys, great news. I've just got in from work and I've had the email through from Aston Barclay. A little bit late getting to me, but we got there in the end. The car is sold. £1,050 the bid was accepted from the vendor, so now we own the Peugeot 3008, which is great news. So with the fees all in, it's costing us about £1,239. I've had the invoice sent to me, all been paid up, and we'll be able to go and collect that car in January when the auction reopens. So we'll look out for that video dropping, and we'll do a walk round on that. Really happy we got the Peugeot. Fantastic car, it looked really clean, had a good report on it as well, so I'm not expecting too many major issues with it. It's a 13 plate as well. It's just a nice all-round car, and being automatic and diesel, yes the mileage is a little bit high, but there's still plenty of profit in that. Just a quick scoot on the Auto Trader, we're already looking at potentially could be anywhere between the sort of £2.5 to £3 grand mark, so this has the potential to be a real good earner for us and gives us plenty of money to get it through the workshop as well. So I'm really glad we won that Peugeot towards the end, because I didn't fancy buying that Audi R8 and going home in that, because I think that might have bankrupt me. But on a serious note, it was a good day. Enjoyed it. Got out and about again. We got some bids in. We did struggle on a few bits, but that's the way it goes at the moment, and it's probably going to get tougher over the next few months because prices don't seem to be coming down. But we'll just have to see we'll keep going. We'll keep trying, and hopefully we can still win some more vehicles. Just want to finally say as well, a massive thanks to Aston Barclay. About halfway through the video I was filming, I was in the cafe. I wasn't filming at the time, but I actually got approached by one of the senior members at Aston Barclay there, and they were I thought I was in for a rollicking, but it turned out not to be the case. They were actually really nice to me, and they were really praised the channel as well and what I was doing. So massive thanks to the team there at Aston Barclay. So things maybe should be a bit easier going forward. Hopefully we don't have to be a bit more covert in what we're doing, which is great. Obviously I like filming this content, and I'm sure you guys enjoy it as well, and it's just a little bit different. So yeah, hopefully that things should be a bit easier going forward. Also as well, just on Aston Barclay, any traders out there, if you are looking for another auction house or you've never been to Aston Barclay, do check them out. The fees are probably the most competitive out there for the major auction groups. They're actually cheaper than a couple of the bigger names that we've all heard of. And to be honest with you, I've been dealing with them for years, and a lot of trader friends of mine have been dealing with them for years. You just don't seem to get the same problems that you hear from the other big names. So they're well worth checking out. And if you're a private punter, you're always welcome to go to most auction houses. Aston Barclay is no different. You can go down to an Aston Barclay site, take 2 forms of ID with you, and you can register and you can go and buy and get yourself a bargain. So that wraps up this video. Look out for my new content that's coming this week. I've got a lot of videos dropping, really busy at the moment. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos as well, and I'll see you all very soon.